mind this sock full of fluff. What I can say is that at least you know I actually make stuff here. What if I pose like someone who just caught a fish? What if I'm like, that feels like, feels bad though. Like he's kind of my buddy now. I've worked on him for nearly a month. Hi, I'm Carly. I'm an artist and designer, and today the TLDR of this video is I wanted to show you a cool thing that I made, and I'm gonna do that. And if you're here and you clicked on this video, then maybe you also wanted to see the cool thing that I made, and perhaps that's why you're here. Awesome. Anyway, if you want to hear a little bit more about the process, oh my god. So the assignment was to create a puppet for a stump. Stump being below the knee amputation, the part that remains. A wonderful client got in contact with me. They specifically sought me out on a project, a sort of quirky, dark humor gag gift, if you will. Basically, the client and his friend, who this is for, his friend is short a leg, okay? And essentially, he's got a good sense of humor about it. He kind of cued me in on things that his friend liked, things that they had in common, interests they shared. I do think it's important to say that I was inspired by another creator. Like, I didn't come up with this idea out of thin air. Voiceover me just coming in to say, I actually don't know who to first attribute this to. There are quite a few great creators that have made this, so here's one. Long story short, this is what I made. This is Sharky. He's a punk rock shark. He is made of fleece with an even softer belly and inside. And he's got a little bit of padding, just a little bit of like batting or polyfill. He is covered in patches. He's been on a little adventure, I like to think. I'm just gonna do a silent video. There's gonna be like probably some music overlay here while you get a good look at my friend Sharky here that I made. And I love it. I'm really excited to send off because I think that the person's gonna love him just as much as I do. I tried to make this sort of as thoughtfully as possible. Some of the thoughts that went into it are, you know, can you feel any sort of glue, like fixative, any stitching, sharp things through the inside, because I wanted the stump to be extra comfortable. So like the fabric inside is doubly soft. Like the fleece is nice, but this is like I think it's a microfiber fleece type material. The stuff that when you get a blanket at Ross and you like sleep with it every night and you're like, this one's my favorite one, it feels like this. That's exactly what that is. The felt teeth were cut with my Cricut. I feel like that's important to mention. I didn't really have a template that I was working off of. I sketched one out to the best of my abilities, and I think it ended up working decently well. He's got body panels. Maybe should I show you my sketchbook? You wanna see my sketches? Most is on this page. I didn't really know what I was gonna do to make a Sharky. I hadn't made a plushie since 2019. Oh, extra fun fact. I actually made this little tail bracelet myself out of a purse, the strap of my favorite little Betsy Johnson backpack that broke because it got kicked by a crowd surfer at Warped Tour. But I was able to salvage one of the straps and make this pleather spikes and grommets bracelet. I might be looking into doing more with spikes and grommets in my jewelry and whatnot in the future. There's a little tool that comes with the grommets, and then you need a hammer and have fun. And then the studs, which I drilled a hole through the is it polyurethane? Fake leather. Got a pack of punk rock patches, which is where the majority of these came from. I think they're really awesome. Something to note about the patches, there are some that are right side up when you look at him. Like, either way, the viewer and the wearer can read some of the messaging and get the gist. As you can see, his waist is snatched. That's all I have to say about that. I'm not done talking about the patches, but I got distracted. So I also, since I was talking about the belt in the first place, I wanted to show you, I did make out of felt, spikes, etc. this bracelet for him. And then I made this one with grommets to kind of match. My dad let me steal some grommets from him, but these spikes I bought on Amazon. I didn't have measurements to go by when I was making the opening, so I took some guesstimates, some averages. I measured my own leg, which I figured would probably be larger than the recipient's. I think there's plenty of room, but there's also, you know, a light bit of padding under here, so it is very plush. Actual Girl Scout patch from when I was a Girl Scout, like as a kid. Oh, this one, I think this one's funny because iron, because like blood, shark eating you, that, you know, I like it. I think it's neat. Why not? What's wrong with it? Customize your life. If it brings you a little joy, a little comfort, I'm proud of him. This is a little guy that I've made. I think it's gonna be one of the more unique holiday gifts one could receive. I think it's very applicable to a particular situation, and I think that was kind of the point. What's funny though, as you can see, Sharky and I have become like bonded. You ever get like weirdly attached to stuffed animals? Yeah, but I know he's gonna go into really good hands, or onto really great stumps.